So let me show you how to find a coterminal angle with a given angle. So in this question it says find a positive angle less than 2 pi that is coterminal with the given angle. And the given angle is negative pi over 30. So I'm trying to find an angle in the unit circle that is in the same position as negative pi over 30, but that is positive and less than 2 pi. So the first thing I like to do is I like to draw my unit circle. So here I have the unit circle, and I'm just going to mark off some important positions. So a full turn, positive turn around the circle. So a full turn right to this point. So starting here at 0 and then going all the way around to here. That's going to be an angle of the measurement 2 pi. And then going up to the 90 degree or 12 o'clock position, that's going to be pi over 2. 180 degrees is pi. And then 3 pi over 2 is 270 degrees. I also like to look at it in terms of rotations. So quarter rotation, half rotation, 3/4 rotation, and 1 full rotation. My first job is to figure out where does negative pi over 30, where is that located on the unit circle? First of all, I'm dealing with a negative, so that means that I'm going in this direction, which is the negative direction. And then I'm going to convert it to rotation so that I know exactly where it is on the unit circle. So when I'm converting it to rotations, what I'm going to do is set up this ratio. My known angle is negative pi over 30, and I want to convert to rotation, so I'm going to multiply it by my conversion factor, which is that one rotation around the circle is going to be equal to 2 pi, because we've already established that one full rotation around the unit circle is 2 pi. So I can use this conversion factor when I am trying to find rotations. And then I'm just going to multiply the top. Negative pi times 1 rotation is going to give me negative pi times 1, which is negative pi. And then 30 times 2 pi is going to give me 60 pi. Then what I'm going to do is cancel out the pi's. They cancel out. And then that leaves me with negative 1 over 60 rotations. So that's 1/60th of a rotation. And if you think about a clock, every minute represents 1/60th of an hour. So that means that if I'm going in the negative direction, I can place my very, very small, even smaller than that, at the first minute mark in that negative direction is going to give me my negative 1/60th rotation. So this is going to be my negative pi over 30. Now that I can see where that is on my unit circle, I need to find a coterminal angle that's positive. So for that, I'm just going to move to a green. Starting here, my coterminal angle that's in the positive direction is going to go this way. Still lands in the same position, but now I'm looking at this big angle here, and you can see that the angle goes well beyond the 3/4 rotation mark, almost up to the 2 pi mark, almost a full 360 degrees, but it's minus 1/60th of a rotation. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to take my 2 pi, and I'm going to, from that, I'm going to subtract pi over 30, and that will give me my positive angle that's less than 2 pi. So 2 pi minus pi over 30 will give me that same coterminal location, but now it will be in the positive range. One of the things I have to do is that I can't subtract pi over 30 from 2 pi because I don't have like denominators. So I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a little bit more room here. Well, it's not giving me more room, so I'm just going to put it here. If I want to have 2 pi but have the same denominator of 30 so that I can subtract these, what I'm going to do is say, okay, 1 goes into 30 30 times. 30 times 2 is 60, so 60 pi over 30 is the same as 2 pi. So now that I have like denominators, I can subtract pi over 30 from 60 pi over 30, and then that is going to give me, and I apologize for the messiness of this, that's going to give me 59 pi over 30. So it's going to give me a fraction, but that's the positive coterminal angle that's less than 2 pi in the same position as negative pi over 30. I'd want to check to see if I can reduce that fraction, but there is no number that goes into both 59 and 30 that would allow me to reduce the fraction, so I'm just going to keep it as is. So quick recap, find a positive angle less than 2 pi that's coterminal with negative pi over 30. First I drew my unit circle, then I found out how many rotations that negative pi over 30 is, so that I could visualize it on my unit circle. I knew it was in the negative direction, and I knew it was negative 1/60th of a rotation, so negative 1 minute here. So now that I see where that is, I'm thinking that's my negative direction. I need a coterminal angle that's going in the positive direction. So this angle here, all the way over to this part, almost a full rotation, that's going to give me the same position for that terminal arm, but now it's going to be in the positive direction. And it is going to be an angle that's less than 2 pi because I don't actually reach it. Another coterminal angle would be to go all the way around and then around and again and stop, but that would give us a coterminal angle that's greater than 2 pi, and that won't do. So once I see that I have my angle here, that's going to be this amount subtracted from 2 pi. And I already know that this amount here is negative pi over 30, or pi over 30, just the absolute value of that. So if I take that away from 2 pi, I will get my terminal angle amount. In order to subtract these, I have to have like denominators. So I found that here, 2 pi over 1 is the same as 60 pi over 30. And then I went ahead and subtracted negative pi over 30 from that, and I got 59 pi over 30. So I hope this illustration helps with the question, and I thank you for asking. Bye for now.